I'm Michelle Van Noy, and I'm just thrilled to have everybody join us here for the first inaugural webinar of the Community College STEM Network, which is a STEM-funded research hub dedicated to exploring and sharing issues around academically talented low-income STEM students and their decision-making and pathways focused on those students who are in community colleges. And we're just thrilled to have everyone here. Before we get started, I just want to set out a couple of ground rules, I guess, around how we're approaching the webinar. We ask everybody to just keep your mics muted. But as I said, please go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. And please feel free throughout the discussion today to include any questions that you have or thoughts or comments in the chat. We are really interested in hearing from everybody, and we're thrilled to see such a nice group of participants today. It's a really robust group, and we're just thrilled that everyone's here. And we really want to hear from you all about your perspectives and your reactions here. So please don't hold back. If you have thoughts, please share them, and we'll try and keep an eye on the chat and interweave those comments and questions throughout, and then at the end of the webinar too, we'll have more of an open discussion. So I would like to just spend a moment kind of giving some background on the hub, and then we'll have ample time for our esteemed panelists today to have an open discussion about some of the core issues that are driving our research and the work that we're doing today on the CCSN and that we'll be doing for the coming years, and looking to be working with you all as well as part of our network. So thrilled everyone's here. So I think we'll just go through a few slides that talk a little bit about the work of the research hub. So we could jump to the next slide. I will just share with you a little bit about the mission of our group here. Our STEM network, the Community College STEM Network, or CCSN as our acronym is. It's a 5-year project funded, as I said, by the National Science Foundation. And this STEM Research Hub is dedicated to generating and sharing research to promote the academic and professional success of scholastically talented low-income community college students who are majoring in STEM disciplines. And we'll talk more about what we're interested in, particularly around this question and issue of pathways and decision-making around our students that we care about. So if we could go to the next slide, I will tell you a little bit about our team. We have a fantastic project leadership team, a great team overall, and this is just a group of people who are on the leadership team and have worked together to conceptualize the project and put together a proposal and are leading various elements of the project. And so I'm Michelle Van Noy. I'm director of the Education and Employment Research Center at Rutgers, and I'm the PI on the grant, along with David Brown, who is also PI on a collaborative project, and he's at the Foundation for California Community Colleges. You'll hear more from David later, as he's one of our panelists on the discussion today. Deborah Bragg as well is also a panelist and key personnel on the project with Deborah Bragg and Associates. And I'll give more of a longer introduction for Deb later before we begin the panel discussion. We also are joined by co-PIs Will Tyson from the University of South Florida and Elizabeth Meza from the University of Washington, as well as John Krupsak from Hope College, and Kavita Mittapalli, who's our evaluator on the hub. And I don't have everybody else on the team. We have a fantastic team of researchers from all of our institutions and organizations that are working together on the research, and I'll share more about the work that we're doing on the hub. We can go to the next slide. I will share a little bit about the primary objectives of the hub. So we have a few different goals that we're after on the project. We can go back to that. I'll just review the slides. So we have one of our main goals is just to engage with a network of individuals, and that's kind of what we're beginning today. We're so thrilled that you're with us because we really want to. A really core part of our project is to build a network of people who are interested in asking these questions around how students navigate and make decisions around STEM majors and careers. And really, we want to bring together people to share research and help identify topics that are of interest and solutions to help improve the navigation of students through these pathways. it's certainly as an off growth of that, we have a variety of research projects that we're currently doing and future ones that we are planning to do. And many of those we would like to do in conjunction with research partners. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but we conducting research is a core objective of the project. And then, also building off of that, we are really hoping to, as a research hub, to kind of build capacity within the field to continue to conduct this kind of research, both, within institutions as well as for emerging scholars that are getting into this work. We really want to help be part of partnerships that can build capacity, particularly among current faculty members, as well as I said, emerging scholars in the field. So there's multiple interweaving objectives here of this research hub, and we're really excited to engage with you all today and share more about that work. So we can hop to the next slide. I'll get a little bit, give a little bit more detail about some of those, some of those goals will play out in the work that we're planning. We have a lot of activities here, so try and digest all of this, and we'll surely come back to many of these topics as we go through the hub over the coming years. We're just kind of getting towards the end of year one, and so we have several years ahead of us to be working on some of these activities. So, as I said, engaging and building network is really a key part of this, and convening our leadership groups, one with leaders in the field that I've mentioned already that we've convened, and then we also have plans to convene a leadership group of students in STEM programs, so STEM students, to include their perspectives and engage with them on topics that are most important to them and really understand their lived experience and how it relates to the research that we're doing. So those leadership groups are very important to our work.